Hey guys, JHub here, and welcome back to another Modern Warfare 2 video. Today we'll be talking about Modern Warfare 3 and 10 changes I would like to see in Modern Warfare 3 outside of the things that they have already talked about, which include the minimap, time to kill, health, and ninja being added back as a perk. I have 10 changes that I would love to see, and some information has been kind of coming out, but Sledgehammer hasn't confirmed it 100% just yet. Number 1, no doors. We keep seeing it bounce back and forth since Modern Warfare 19 started with doors being put into the multiplayer. I understand it being in Warzone and the Battle Royales, but please, moving forward, do not put doors into Modern Warfare 23. I very much would appreciate that. Moving on to number 2, bouncing Bettys need to be dodgeable with very minimal damage. As of right now, bouncing Bettys can almost kill you even when you go proned out underneath them. And if you're rocking EOD, it can still do a lot of damage to you as well. So when it comes to bouncing Bettys, I want it to go back to being old school, that if you're quick enough to react, you take minimal damage. And if you're rocking EOD, when you're quick enough to react, I want to say you take no damage. I feel like it shouldn't be a death sentence if you trigger a bouncing Betty. Claymores are a little bit different, but still should not be a death sentence. Number 3, drill charges. I feel like we need to move drill charges from being a lethal equipment, if they're carrying over, to a field upgrade. And if you can't move them to a field upgrade, they need to have a hard code timer put on them so you can't sit there and spam. I don't know how many of y'all play like Shipment or 10v10, but when you go up against a whole team where you're continuously beating them, they're spawning and immediately chucking drill charges, whether it be to the ground, to the walls, to cover, everything like that. It causes a lot of problems. So I feel like drill charges need to be moved to either field upgrades, because they should be a more tactical thing, or have a timer. And when it comes to the drill charges, I think if you put them on the ground, there should be no explosion at all. If you put them on a surface they cannot drill through, there should not be any explosion at all. They are kind of right now the new annoying, overpowered thing that need to be nerfed and tuned properly. Moving on to number 4. Remove that attacker HUD thing that they just recently added to multiplayer. I understand it being in Warzone because it explains, like, if you get 1v3'd or don't know where shots are coming from, or just the damage breakdown on how you died in Warzone. But I don't like seeing it in multiplayer, and it feels like in multiplayer it is not accurate. Because that would mean almost every single gun, from pistols to SMGs to everything, is a 3-shot or a 4-shot kill. I very rarely see it go above 4, and the only time I see it go below 3 is if it is, for the most part, either a sniper or a shotgun. Just give me the ability to turn it off. I just find it annoying, and I hate seeing it pop up on my screen all the damn time. Moving on to number 5. Streaks not easily shot down by bullet-based weapons. I'm okay if people break out a launcher or put on a perk that helped them take down the streaks. But with Modern Warfare 22, they made it to where guns can very easily take down streaks, and it is beyond frustrating for a guy to put it on an attachment on just a normal AR, look up, and in one magazine drop your streaks. I do not agree with that whatsoever. I put in the effort to actually earn those streaks, and they should not be able to be blinked and gone just immediately like that. I feel like launchers should take them down quickly, but any gun-based item, I don't care about the attachments. I don't want attachments affecting the gun. The gun should not take down a streak unless you have a lot of people using the guns to shoot them down. Just the era of one guy with a gun that has, you know, a burning attachment on it should not be able to drop it. So streaks need to not easily be shot down by gun-based, bullet-based guns. Moving on to number 6. Spawn protection needs to be added for stuns and grenades, specifically on the slowing effects. I know that there is kill streak spawn protection, and I know that to an extent there's explosive spawn protection. But there's an issue going on right now where when I spawn in, if a grenade goes off near me, I'm immediately slowed. If a stun or a flash grenade goes off immediately after spawning, I'm stunned and slowed. Or if a streak launches down an explosive, I'm stunned or slow. If we're gonna have spawn protection, I feel like it needs to be fully in there. So like, I want to be able, when I spawn, to move, because the amount of throwables that are getting spammed in Modern Warfare 22 is nuts. And in some maps that are tiny, you're immediately getting hit by them and you can't move. And let's be clear, the perk that's built in Battle Hardened to help stop you from being affected is useless. 100% useless. I'm hoping with the next COD, they're going to buff EOD, buff Battle Hardened. I believe we need like TAC Mask, Black Ops 1 level Battle Hardened to protect against the amount of spam that's going on and give some gunplay back to the system. So, spawn protection specifically in regards to slowing and stun effects. Moving on to number 7. And this one I didn't think I would ever need to bring back up ever again. And if I recall, MWIII back in 2011, Robert Bowling going on stage and saying, F final stand. So it was never going to come back. We got death streaks and last stand and stuff like that. But he made a whole point. But for some reason, Infinity Ward went full stupid and added the perk back in. This needs to go. Just delete last stand. We don't need it. I understand it in Warzone when a player gets knocked. Multiplayer, no. I played in a lobby the other day where there was 2 people running last stand in 10v10, and the amount of times I was specifically running into them and I was dying because I had to turn around to finish them off over and over was ridiculous. And I don't think I'm even getting kill credit if a teammate kills them. Black Ops 1 at least gave me kill credit. So last stand, delete it. This isn't like a conversation piece. You just delete it. It should have never come back. Moving on. Number 8, no more one-shot pistols outside of hardcore. I fully understand if pistols are one-shot in hardcore, but outside of that, no. I don't want to see a deagle one-shotting me in the head. I don't want to see snake shots one-shotting me. None of this. And I think there are increasing the health in Modern Warfare 23, but no more one-shot pistols. The amount of one-shot items in the game need to be reduced down. It needs to only be shotguns, maybe a launcher, and maybe a snipers, but all of them need to be in a skill point rather than just immediately dropping you if I take a sniper shot to the kneecap. Okay, this isn't Skyrim. I'm not, gonna be taken out immediately. For the love of God, no more pistols one-shotting, or even two-shotting unless both shots are headshots. I will be fine if both shots were headshots, but if it's like one bullet to the chest, one to the head, and immediately, no. Both need to be headshots. Moving on to number 9, and this is something that we keep going back and forth between different developers, and that's the camo challenges. It feels like their goal with this next COD is to speed up the gameplay. For the camo challenges, I don't want to see any mount. I don't want to see any crouch. I don't want to see any prone. Any type of camo challenge that's built in that forces the player to slow down their gameplay, I don't want to see it in the game. Like, if you're going to go all about, fast-paced action and movement to kind of like go back to old CODs, you got to remove any camo challenges that are meant to slow people down. Because in long shots, people will camp and try to go for the long shots. Crouches, self-explanatory. Most people can't move and do that at the same time. The way I complete crouches was always sprinting into slide. That way I could be crouched when I pop up and turn a corner and do it not. But most people don't play that way. And then prone, self-explanatory, okay? Just, we need to tone back these camo challenge. And number 10, and I think this is a big one. This is a major gameplay affecting thing, especially if you look at Modern Warfare 22. No more riot shield turtling at all. If you're going to allow overkill to have the riot shield, the moment the player flips it from the front to his back, make it disappear or remove any sort of hitbox that it has to where if I shoot the player in the back, it shoots him in the back. For some reason in Modern Warfare 23, it feels like the riot shield completely destroys hitbox. Bullets are not accurate. Things are very, very weird and wonky with them. And it's also frustrating playing on tiny maps where spawns are already going nuts. You try to shoot somebody and they're just spinning. I've abused this, to be clear, on maps. I have put on the riot shield on my back and I survive a whole lot longer. I do not agree with this. I know some people go, well, you can counter them with thermite or drill charges. 1, drill charges need to be moved, as per mentioned earlier. And 2, I should not have to deal with somebody running a wall on their back. So if we're going to do riot shields again, it needs to be only allowed with a secondary. Maybe if the player pulls out a secondary, the riot shield will go on the back. I could possibly compromise on that. But if they're running overkill with like a shotgun shield or AR shield, the shield needs to disappear the moment it goes on their back. I really believe that needs to happen because there's so many issues going on. Like on shipment, for example, you spawn and you chuck a grenade, it bounces off the shield. So it just, everything is going nuts. You can't, or if your teammate is turtling, they get in your way, you can't shoot through them. It's hitting their shield. So if we're going to have the riot shield, no more turtling. or secondary only. I think that is the perfect compromise because it's been a major problem. So we need to do something about it. But these are my 10 current changes I want to see in Modern Warfare 3, aka Modern Warfare 2023, coming out this November 10th. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you agree with any of the things that I am putting in this video? What are some of your changes that you want to see if you haven't seen me mention it down below? Because we tried to create this list on stream, come up with different ideas that would help make the next game better because they already have a good start. The one thing that's currently majorly has me worried is the door aspect. If they can remove the doors, we're on track because they said it's a 1-for-1 remaster. So that means no doors. Or if the doors exist, it's got to be like Favela in the middle building where the door is just ajar and it just exists. It doesn't move. But if they exist like MWIII or Modern Warfare 19, delete them. We don't need them in the game. It won't be a 1-for-1 rematch. And I know a lot of people are like, doors are not that big a deal. You're either honest or you're not. Either it's a traditional exact 1-for-1 remake or it's not. So that's how I think. If you enjoy this video, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and like I said, leave your opinions down in the comment section below of what else you would like to see changed because they've already got a decent list going. Minimap, back to normal, reload cancel, movement, ninja. There's a lot of good stuff, but we need to get more done, and now's the time to put it out there. So appreciate y'all guys watching, and I'll see y'all guys later. Peace out.